that worked on the press conference for the City of Caribe. I think it's an exciting event for our region. Everyone, you did a wonderful job. The room was packed with press and media. There's still been media even today. Mexicali side is again on our press conference. I know our chief of police accompanied us, and Ralph, and our Francisco Gutierrez from economic development, and Carla from the media specialist. It was a lot of press coverage that puts Calexico on the map on this international scene. The second item I have is I'd really like to visit, and I think I requested this. I didn't give a date really from our legal staff on the business code violations. I know we've enhanced our business code for our downtown and the signage, and we don't allow for painted words on sides of buildings. I think we've enhanced the code. There's still no compliance. We continue to cite. We cite and cite, but at what point is action taken? So I think we need to look at that, if we can have some type of action plan, again, so that we don't have eyesores in our downtown and people complaining about just shabby looking areas of our downtown. I really like to revisit our sales tax agreement that we have with a major retailer. I won't mention the name. I believe we had a letter from their legal team that is requesting some funds be paid to them. This was an agreement that was done a long time ago. I think it was, it's got to be more than 15 years to try to entice this retailer. And at that point, I don't know if it was 50% of the sales tax that goes back to them or 100%. I don't know what that is. But if we can have that on our next agenda as to what our options are, because especially now with what we're going through, I don't believe we should be returning sales tax revenue to a company that's probably one of their most sales generating stores in the country. It's a major retailer in our city. So we definitely want to relook at that. We have a new council. We have new ideas. We're going through this budget crisis. We can't do that anymore. Also, we've asked this in the past, and we were told that we were drafting some ordinance and revisiting this, but I think we really need to look at our business license code, the way we issue them. I think our home occupancy licenses and permits have been grossly abused. I think there's a lot of revenue that we're not capturing, and businesses that are operating out of their homes and residential areas that need to be in commercially zoned properties. There's a lot of investment going on as far as, I know there's a lot of projects in the works in the pipeline for buildings, so that certainly there's not a shortage of it, but we need to be looking at that. It's not fair business practices, and I think we're lending to that. I was also going to mention with Mayor Pro Tem Musa mentioned about our downtown, we get something going there. And a point that I'd like to add to his comments is if we can get from Caltrans a list of what they mean by trees, because I don't know if palm would be classified as a tree, even though people know it as a palm tree, but I think biologic, I don't think that's a classification. Or it classifies as a tree, I'm not sure. But if we can just get what they allow so that we can start to maybe enhance our entries into the city. The other thing is, as we're doing this, as we're proposing an increase in our parking meters, we requested this in the past, but it wasn't done. We need to signalize where our free parking lots are. We need some type of signage, even if it's just 4 or 5, that leads people to our free parking lot. There isn't one downtown. I've never seen one. I don't know if there was one and it was knocked down, but we need to show people that on 1st and Heber, on 3rd and Heber, on 2nd and we're on, what's the other street, 4th and Holland. There's another free parking lot people can park there, so we need to sign that. And also request that entrance to the city from Mexicali, where the duty-free business is on the left side, there's an empty parking lot with no pavement. It's used as a parking lot, but it's just dirt. We just need to make sure that they can legally use it as a parking lot. It's not paved. If they have to pave it, then pave it. have to landscape it, it'll be it. But it's an eyesore, and they're using it as parking lot. So if we can get all these updates to us, I'll move on to. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would have a pay manual and if you tell me if it's legal or not. For example, if people have a handicap, take on the window, on the meter, do they have to put a code on the meter?
No.
Chief. The problem is there's two classifications. There's a handicap stall,
Okay.
the blue stall, and then there's a regular parking space.
Right.
And that's where the difference comes. On a blue stall, there is no time limit and there's no meter.
Okay.
But on a regular parking space, there is. Now you're reminding me of something, and I need to check because I'm not sure. But when a person has a blue handicap permit, I'm not sure whether they have to pay the quarter or not. And we need to check on that because I don't remember. But I will let you know.
That's important. Yeah, and also, Chief, if you could look at how many parking spaces we have that have the blue designation downtown. I don't know. I don't remember seeing one.
For all the parking that exists in the city, downtown, right, sort of like a quota that we should have out there?
Usually in planning, building, there's a certain number of blue spaces you have to have per regular spaces. And I think that downtown, the last time we did the remodelization and we put some different parking spaces in, I think we were just barely made it. And I don't know. But there's a quota.
I would think that if there is no, if there's not enough parking space for handicap, that handicap has to permit any park in a regular meter, that the city should not decide. You can't enforce that. He's handicapped. What is he? He's going to do it on the block several times until the handicap is going to be available. Do not cite handicap people to park in a regular meter. Thank you.
Councilmember Ware?
Well, for one thing, you have an issue of people who carry on the cards and the other ones that are already the signature, the identification logo is already on the license plate. I would agree with you on the license plate if it already has a handicap symbol for these people not to pay for the fee. But you have to be careful with the cards because unfortunately it could be big fees to get used. Now, as far as the handicap parking, and with all due respect to the rest of the downtown Second Street, I think I've only seen one or two, one in front of Bank of America and one in front of the store across the street. I don't remember any other areas that are marked with a handicap zone.
There's actually one in each corner. There's at Second Street in front of Bank of America, there's one on the north side, south side, and then on the opposite end of the block with Rockwood, there's one north and south, and then on the opposite side of Rockwood, there's north and south. So there's two in each corner.
Okay, so with all those parkings that are on each side, that meets the code.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Armando's not here, unfortunately, so doesn't get the exact number, but we're pretty close. Because when we redid downtown and we had the numbers of spots, and we were right at what the minimum was supposed to be. We'll have to find out here.
So
Mayor,
can we give?
in regards to the handicap, my wife has a permit, and she told me that the regulations, according to when she got the permit, that they can park any place without having to pay for the meter.
Thank you, sir. Can we have Ralph, a memo issued to council just so that we're aware, we can share with the community as to what the requirements are, and if we can maybe give direction, I don't know if we have to make a motion, but so that we can not cite people that have the handicap card or the symbol on the license plate for the time being.
Sure. My plan is to pull that item from the agenda and put it, because it kind of fits under that item